Outsourcing of any process to somebody outside for doing any processing on that particular material which cannot be handled in-house. So that is the basic definition of job work behavior. Now let's see how Tally is handling job work in software. Before that, I'll just discuss some of the elements. Is everybody can able to see the Tally screen, which I have already shared? Anyone can confirm? You can able to see the Tally screen? Okay. So in this Tally screen, and I've already created one company. I have not passed any transaction. The company which I have created is nothing but a job work company. The name of my company is Job Work, and there are no transactions created for job work. Now what we are going to do is, we are going to see how Tally handles job work. Now before we go to the actual process of job work, I just need to demonstrate some of the capabilities which is enabled in Tally, which is useful first of all for job work, but those capabilities can also be utilized for any other purposes in the business. So rather than thinking of a capability which is a job work specific, we should see the capability independently so that anybody and everybody can use that capability, not being a job worker or not being a manufacturer who wants to do as a job work. So now I'll just demonstrate some capabilities. In the list of capabilities, the first capability which I'm going to show you is go down behavior. Now, if all of you know, we can activate multiple go down from F11 inventory features. Here there is an option called maintain multiple go downs. Now when you say maintain multiple go down as yes, what will happen? Tally will allow you to create multiple go downs, correct? Now here one more thing what happens, the moment you activate multiple go downs, Tally will by default have one go down called main location, which will be available in inventory info and go down. Now if you go in alter, you can find one main location is available. Apart from this, now what I'll do, I'll create one go down. Now if you see in this creation of the go down screen, there are two additional options added over here. If you read the caption of these two options, itself it can explain you what these options are going to do. The first option says our stock with third party. Our stock with third party is a typical example of job work behavior where my stock or my raw material goes to job worker for the process purpose. So I can maintain my material in this particular go down where Tally will accept the material in that particular go down, but that material will not be available for me for further dispatch. Now to explain this, I'll just create one go down here. I'll say job worker go down. Okay, and I'll go here and I'll say first option is yes. So now one more thing you can observe, either one option can be yes for a particular go down. So both option is not possible to be yes. And second option says third party stock with us. Now this third party stock with us is a typical behavior where somebody who is a job worker himself and he is using Tally for job work maintenance. Then in that case what he will do, he will create one more go down called third party stock with us, and in this he will say yes for the second option. Okay, so now there are two go downs which I have created. Is everybody understood what is the conceptual behavior of these two options? Anyone can confirm? Hello? Yeah. So conceptually the behavior is, I am having now two go downs. One is job worker go down where first option is yes, and second is third party stock with us where second option is yes. Now to demonstrate this further, what I will do is, I'll go in inventory info, I will create one stock item. I'll say the item as raw material 1. Okay. I will give some opening balance to this raw material, which is over 100 numbers. And in the go down wise breakup, I will select the job worker go down. as 100 rupees. So showing you 10,000. Similarly, I'll create one more item called raw material 2. Here, I will have some more opening balance, 50 numbers I suppose. This time I'll put under third party stock with us, that goes down. And here also I am saying my rate is 50 rupees. So ultimately my stock value becomes 2,500. Now one question to you all, what will happen when I'll go in the stock summary? Which raw material will be shown? Raw material 1 or 2? Anyone can answer. Hello? Okay. So Deepak is saying 1 will be shown. So the answer is correct. The reason being, if you go in the stock summary, Tally will by default show raw material 1. Why is it showing 1? Even though the material is not with me, as per the valuation behavior, the raw material 1 has to be shown in my stock. Because this 10,000 value itself is going to go in my profit and loss account. So if you go in your profit and loss account, the closing stock will be 10,000 only. So even though the material is not with me, but still that raw material is supposed to be considered for my valuation. Now here what you can do, you can just click on Control G or go down type option, and you can select all types where Tally will show you all available material with you. Whether it's dumped in the job worker godown or whether somebody else has dumped the raw material to your godown. Both the material will be shown. If you press Alt F1 over here, Tally will show you the godown name also. Okay, this particular material belongs to which particular godown. Clear? So this is the behavior which enhance the product with respect to godown, and the same behavior can also be utilized for the purpose of job work. Okay. Now you can simply correlate the behavior of a job worker. Okay, now what will happen if the principal company is giving a job work to a job worker, he can simply maintain the job worker godown and he will dispatch his material in that godown. So now the threading can be complete. How we are going to use this capability. But here again I am telling this particular behavior is not specific to job work. In any other business, if you need something like this, Tally is providing you the capability, you can utilize this particular godown behavior. Now for example, I can say that apart from job work, this also can be used for consignment sales. Now there is a behavior of consignment sales where I am sending my material to my consignee, where even though the material is there with him, but still the valuation of material is with me. So for that purpose also I can use same godown behavior as a solution. Now let's go to the next enhancement. Now apart from the godown, we have also enhanced our BOM behavior. Now there is something called as bill of material in Tally. Now what I will do, I will just create one bottle, say suppose, I'll have NOS, and now I'll activate the bill of material for this item by pressing F12. Now bill of material is the last option which you can activate from here. Now I'll start getting one BOM, set BOM option. The moment you say yes, earlier what used to happen before 3.0, my BOM used to be only one for a particular finished good. But in the real-time scenario, there are certain cases which we have found that the BOM can be more than one. That means, depending upon my processing, I can select which BOM I need to use. So Tally has catered to that particular requirement. Now if you say yes for the set BOM, Tally will open one box which will ask you which BOM name you want to create. So manually you can create whatever the name you want to create. So suppose I have created BOM 1. Now enter. Now to manufacturing 1, I will say I need plastic to create a bottle. Say suppose I need a plastic. Okay. From main location, 1 number, and I need red cap. Now see, red cap I have took. That means I need to manufacture the bottle with the red cap. I'll say main location. So now what happens is suppose you can name also your BOM that way, red cap bottle. So what you can say, if I want to manufacture red cap bottle, I can have BOM like this. Okay, I need to manufacture one bottle, I need one plastic and one red cap. so that my production can happen. Similarly, I can have one more BOM, blue cap bottle. So depending upon my requirement, I can keep changing the BOM during the transaction itself. Now here one more behavior Tally provides. Now in the example which I have shown, there are only two raw material which is getting used as a BOM. But in practical scenario, it may happen that there are certain industries where the component list is more than 30, 40. If you see automobile industry or if you see computer industry, the component list is very huge. Now Tally has given one capability over here. You can copy the BOM of one item from another item. So not item, copy the items of a BOM from one BOM to another BOM. So that means, for example, I have created one BOM called red cap bottle. Now say suppose while creating blue cap bottle, I want to copy the component of red cap bottle. What I have to do, I have to just select copy BOM. On the right hand side you can see one button. Control C, press on it. Select red cap bottle. Tally will pull all the information from your red cap bottle. Okay, this is very useful behavior where you can copy the BOM. Now I say to produce one item, I need plastic, same, but instead of red cap, I have to be using blue cap. Okay, so this is multi-BOM behavior which is given in Tally. Now apart from this, earlier there was no provision in the. Is everybody understood this behavior where I can create multiple BOMs for a single finished goods? Okay. So similarly, now in a typical BOM scenario, what happens? See, not only raw material, even the byproduct and co-product should also be defined. Like for example, when I'm doing this bottle process, I'm getting some raw material. I'm getting some wastage. So if I want to define the wastage at the BOM level itself, how do I do it? So Tally provides that facility to you. Simply you press F12 over here. There is an option called define type of component for BOM. Just say yes for this. Tally will give you the option called type of item. You can see here there is an option called byproduct, component, co-product and scrap. So if it is a consumable item, you have to say component, and if it is a byproduct, for example, if I create SFG, so suppose because of bottle manufacturing, some SFG is going to come out. So I'll say SFG is a byproduct which is getting produced. So I'll say one number byproduct will be produced, and the value allocation to that byproduct is 10%. Now when I say 10%, it indicates that if my raw material is 100 rupees, 10 rupees will be allocated to SFG and remaining 90 rupees will be allocated to bottle. Clear? Anyone can reply. Okay. So now similarly, I can also define the scrap. Okay. What I can do is I can also define the scrap where my definition will be same, but I'll select scrap over here, and then I'll say I'm going to get one number of scrap and 5% is the rate of that particular scrap. Now we can also found one more issue here. Okay, the moment you select byproduct, co-product or scrap, then only the cursor will go to the percentage. Otherwise, if you select component, in component that rate behavior is skipping, because component is nothing but the rate of your consumable. So here the definition which goes like this indicates that the total consumption, if it is 100 rupees, my 15 rupees will go between byproduct and co-product and 85 rupees will go to bottle. Okay, so I'll accept this. This is what BOM behavior we have brought in. Now this behavior will be useful in your job work cycle also. Now whenever you are doing a job work, you need to make one order first. Now that ordering behavior is very important. When the order is sent, it's like finished goods is decided. Which finished goods job worker is going to send you and what raw material you are going to send him for processing all that. So this BOM behavior will help in job work cycle also. Now as we talk about BOM, we should also see there should be stock enhancement with respect to my manufacturing journal. Because earlier before 3.0, manufacturing journal used to produce only one item at a time. But now as the BOM is giving me a behavior of byproduct, co-product and scrap, Similarly, my manufacturing journal should also take care of all those requirements. Now we'll see how Tally caters to that requirement. So what we'll do, we will create one manufacturing journal under stock journal, and I will set yes for use as manufacturing journal. Here, my manufacturing journal is prepared. Go in inventory vouchers and press Alt F7 to open your manufacturing journal. Select manufacturing journal and Tally will open this window. Now earlier this window would not be having the co-product, byproduct, scrap behavior. Now we have introduced because of BOM modification which we have done. So now what I'll do, I'll select the same bottle, enter. Now as we have defined two BOMs, Tally is displaying all two BOMs available here. And depending upon those BOMs, Tally is showing me the raw material detail here. The moment I'll change from red to blue, see the entire consumption is changing, plus my SFG and scrap is also coming on the right hand side. Now I'll select the go down, so which go down I'm preparing this, and I'll put the quantity. The quantities are not coming, reason being there should be a ratio maintained. So the moment I say 100 numbers, Tally will automatically consume 100 numbers of plastic, 100 numbers of blue cap, it will get produced 100 numbers of SFG and 100 number of scrap, and the value will also maintain accordingly. Now what I'll do, as I said, the valuation with respect to the value, as we have defined 5% and 10%, Tally will also show you if there is an additional rate. For example, my plastic is costing me, say suppose 60 rupees, okay, per piece, and my red bottle is costing me 40 rupees per piece. We give this rate, you can observe one thing. So the rate of my SFC becomes 10 rupees per piece and 5 rupees per piece because I have defined as 10% and 5%. Not only this, but why that is happening? No, just Tally is closed down. We just restarting it. Be online. So manufacturing journal. Again, we'll okay. So now you can able to see the Tally screen. Anyone can confirm? Okay. So again, we will just repeat that process because for some reason the tally got exited. So quantity is 100. I'm giving the same example. 60 rupees is for plastic and 40 rupees is for bottle cap. Okay. So here we can see the valuation is 10 rupees for SFG and 5 rupees for scrap. See, the allocation is not only with respect to consumption, but if you are having any additional cost, for example, if you are having any additional manufacturing expenses, which is a kind of a direct expense, in that case also, whatever the value you are going to give, that value will also get allocated depending upon these percentages. The allocation percentage is whatever you have given. Now see, this 1000 rupees is getting divided as 10% to this particular product, which is coming as 1 rupee per item, and 5% to this product, which is coming as 50 paisa per item. And the entire remaining amount, 85%, is going to the main item. So your effective cost of the item becomes 93.50 paisa. So this is what the enhancement we have done with respect to manufacturing journal. Is everybody clear about this particular enhancement? Or is there any questions? Because we have seen two major enhancements which we have done with respect to go down, DRM and plus manufacturing journal, which is going to use in my job work process. Now, as you are not having any question, we'll just move further. Now, the next element what I'm going to display is there are two voucher types introduced because of the job work. Actually, there are 4 voucher types, but 2 are with a specific behavior. Now, which are these 2 voucher types? If you go in F11, inventory features, you'll find there is something called as use material in and material out. Now, these 2 documents are also introduced because of the job work behavior. Now, this material in and material out is normally used to send the material from one godown to another godown. Now, if you say to send the material from one godown to another godown, Tally was already having one voucher type called stock journal for that purpose. Why we are not using stock journal? The problem with the stock journal what we have faced is stock journal does not maintain any party. That means I cannot dispatch the material against a party name. So if you see the stock journal, in stock journal, the typical stock journal which we have is having a source size and destination size. There is no party involved in this. But the requirement of a material out, when you are sending a material for the job work purpose, you need to capture the name of the job worker to whom you are sending that material. So stock journal I cannot use. The second question arises in our mind is, then why we cannot use the delivery note? Because there is a behavior called delivery note available already in Tally, which dispatches the material. But the problem with delivery note is, delivery note do not have the behavior of source godown and destination godown. But in job work, I need that behavior of source godown and destination godown. So, in short, what I am trying to say here is, the material in and material out documents are the hybrid behavior of stock journal and delivery note. So, in delivery note, I am having party, and in stock journal, I am having source godown and destination godown. So, mixture of these two is generating my document called material in and out. Now, if you go in inventory vouchers, if you activate material in, you will see the same behavior. Now, see on the top, I'm getting a party name. After that, I'm getting a destination godown also. And after destination godown, definitely when I select the item, I'll get the source godown also. So now this document can be utilized in job work and we are using for job work purpose. But as a document capability, this particular document can also be used for consignment sales or any kind of dispatch where I want to send the material to my party, but that material belongs to me. Okay? Is everybody clear with the document capability? The documents which you have given, material in and out? Hello, anybody can confirm? Or do you have any concerns or doubts on this? So that I can confirm or I can clarify the doubts? Anybody has any doubt till now? Or should we proceed further? Mr. Deepak, Mr. Rajkumar, Rupali, Zainab, do you have any doubts or everything is understood? Hello? Do anybody have any doubt? Okay, so Deepak is confirming that he has understood. Okay, so let's move on. Now, as nobody has any doubt, let's move on to the next options. Now, the next thing what we are having is how the job work process. Now, as I said, these documents which are available over here are going to be used without job work also. The material in and material out can be utilized for non-job work process also. So what we need to do is we need to activate job work for these stock item for this voucher type. Now first what we'll do, now we'll see the entire cycle of job work, how it's working with usage of these capabilities. And in next 11 inventory features, there is an option called allow job order processing. Now when you say yes for this option, you will find there is one note is mentioned over here saying enable maintain multiple go down. That means if you enable the job work, Tally will by default enable your multiple go down plus use material in and out. So this option which we have already activated and saw what is there in that particular option plus go down option. Both options will by default get enabled the moment you activate job work, because for job work, once you do this, you need to modify the voucher type. Which are the voucher types you want to modify? Material in and material out. So go in the account info, voucher type, alter, material out, in which you will find one option called use for job work. Now here one thing you need to understand, Tally has given you both the behavior. Job work in also and job work out also. Now, when Tally gives you this particular behavior, now on what basis Tally will understand whether we are using Tally for job work in or job work out. Now, to differentiate these two meanings, I will just further clarify it. The job work out is a behavior where principal company is giving orders to a job worker. That means I am the principal company and I am sending my material out for job work purpose. That is called as job work out behavior. And second behavior is I am a job worker who is accepting the raw material to do the job work for somebody else. So now, depend upon that, so what kind of business somebody is using, you have to activate these options. So when you say use for job work as yes, it indicates that you are using this job work material out voucher type only for the out purpose as a principal company. But if you want to use this out for a job worker purpose, you have to say second option as yes. Okay. So now I am taking an example only for the principal company, how they will maintain job work out behavior. So here I will say no for the second option. Is everybody understood the difference between these two options? Because it's very important. Because if you are not understanding this behavior, so on what basis I should activate yes or no, Tally will not do anything. Okay, Deepak is saying not understood. See, Tally has both the behaviors in 3.0. It is job work out as well as job work in. But when you say material out, as a principal company who is giving a job work out to the other person, he doesn't know he is doing the out only in the case of raw materials. Like, for example, in a job work scenario, the principal company will always give the raw material to job worker. And job worker will always receive the raw material for job work. And principal company will receive the finished good from the job worker. At the same time, job worker will send the finished good to the principal company. So in that case, when I say material out, it is different for job worker and it is different for principal company. Okay. So if I am doing material out, okay, got it. So if I'm saying material out, I need to tell the system whether I am behaving as a principal company or I am behaving as a job worker. So now in my scenario, I am behaving myself as a principal company. That's why I will not set second option as yes. Okay. So my second option will be no in my scenario. So setting no, set it. Similarly, I will do it for material in also. Here I will say first option is yes, second option is no, and allow consumption I will say yes. Now allow consumption is one more behavior provided by Tally, where the consumption of raw material which is sent to the job worker will happen automatically. So we'll activate this particular option and we'll see in the transaction how it is behaving. Okay, I'll say yes for the second option. Accept. Done. Now what we'll do, now we'll see how the complete cycle will work. So my scenario is same. What I'll do, first thing, whenever a principal company discuss with the job worker what job work has to be done, he will create one order. That is called as job work out order. So I'll also do the same thing. I'll go in order vouchers and there I will select job work out order. The shortcut key is Alt J. And if I want to do the job work in order, which is the job worker using in Tally, I have to press Alt W. So what I'll do is I'll press Alt J. Now in Alt J first, my party will be job worker and the sundry creditors. Okay. Here in the supplementary detail you will find some additional information like duration of process, nature of process. All these information you can give. Like for example, 45 days is required. I will say 45 days. I'll say I want him to do the polishing, melting, and other processes. Okay, whatever you want to put here, you can put as a content. Accept. Now I'll say I want to generate one order called JW001. Accept. Name of the item. Now here the name of the item is finished goods which you are expecting from your job worker to deliver. So my finished goods will be say suppose bottle, because I am expecting him to deliver me bottle. The moment it says bottle, it will ask you whether you want to track the component or not. I will say yes, I want to track the component. And here I will say I want how many pieces. So say I said 1000 pieces I want. I'll say 1000 pieces. At the moment you say 1000 pieces, it will open one subform. And this subform, because of the BM behavior which we saw now, Tally will show you what are the BM we have created for bottle. And you can decide whether you want to give the red cap bottle job work or blue cap bottle job work. I will select blue cap for bottle job work. The moment I select like that, Tally will select the information depending upon that thing what you have done. Now here you will find one more thing, there are this component class type of component. Now as you already know, when we were defining the BUM in the bottle, we have defined plastic and blue cap as raw material, HFG as byproduct, and scrap as scrap product. So other than component, anything which you are going to include, which is a byproduct, co-product or scrap, Tally will show you pending to receive. Because fundamentally, whenever you are doing a job work, anything which is a byproduct or scrap, you are not going to supply that particular thing to the job worker. You are going to receive that thing from the job worker apart from the main item. So Tally also asks you the same thing. By default will pick if you are using the BUM behavior. And here also I will put the rate 60 rupees. Second one is 40 rupees. Now here I am getting pending to receive because I need to receive the material. These are the material which is going to come back to me. Okay, the rate will come here. Now this rate here is not automatic. It's an open field. Whatever rate you want to give for the bottle, you can define it over here. There is no link between the rate which you have given in the raw material inside and the rate which is coming outside for the finished good. There is no difference There is no link at all. Understood? Hello? Anyone can confirm? Okay. What about others? Only Deepak is answering me, say whether he is understood or not. What about others? Others are also understanding? Okay. So I'm just considering that the Deepak is on behalf of everyone, is saying that everybody is understood. Okay. Let's move on. Now I have given this order. Okay, my order is getting confirmed. So my order is done. Now what I'll do, my next step is I'll change the date, and now as I have given the work order, I need to dispatch the raw material to my job worker. So what I'll do, I will do the dispatch of raw material. So dispatch of raw material will happen from material out. So I'll say inventory vouchers, and I'll say material out, control J. Press control J, Tally will open material out. Here you can select job worker, and the moment you select job worker, it will show you the pending orders with that particular job worker. The moment you select that particular job worker or the reference, Tally will prefill everything the way Tally used to do earlier. So the moment you select prefill, automatically gets prefill. Now you can select the godown where you want to store this raw material which you are dispatching. So I will select job worker godown. Okay. Now I have to dispatch him 1000 numbers of plastic and 1000 number of blue caps. That is automatically coming depending upon my work order which I have generated. Now suppose I am partially dispatching him. Suppose I am dispatching only 500 numbers. Okay. Now that is a half of it I have dispatched to him. Okay. Accepted. Now I have ordered him, he needs to supply me 1000 numbers of bottles, but I have dispatched him only 500 numbers of blue cap and plastic to him. So what happens? Tally will show you the report. If you come to the gateway of Tally, there is a report in display, job work out report, and here you will say order outstanding, component. See, it will show you so what are the components which you are supposed to dispatch to him, and how much you have dispatched and how much is balance. That means the order quantity is supposed to be 1000 blue caps, but I have dispatched only 500, that's why balance quantity is only 500. Okay, and if you drill down further, it will also show you your transactions. So how your order you have passed for 1000 numbers and you have dispatched only 500 numbers. So complete track of your inventory is available here. So on what basis you are dispatching the raw material to your job worker and how much it is overdue and all that. If you go in orders, it will show you the order details, so how much bottle order you have done. If you click on party wise, Tally will show you party wise to whom you have dispatched the raw material. If you see item wise, it will show item wise. So any which way you can able to see the report over here. Now moving further, the next step what is happening is, because I have dispatched the raw material to my job worker, now he will send me the finished goods back. That means I have to receive the finished goods. So in inventory vouchers, there is a document provided called material in. Now material out is done. Now I will do material in. So suppose I am receiving material in from job worker, I will select the job worker. It will automatically show you the reference which is available. You just select that, enter, and it will show you so what material in has to be received. Now here the issue is, Tally will always show you the material in based on your order, not based on your dispatch. Because what Tally believes is, when you are doing material in, you know so what material you are accepting it. So it doesn't matter whether it's pre-filling with 1000 or 2000. You will actually count the material which is coming in and then you'll accept it. So it's the same behavior when a security guy is taking the material in inside the factory. He will actually count, and depend upon that counting, because it's not only your document which you are entering, even your job worker will also give one document to his truck driver saying that this is the material which I have sent. So the quantity will be always available with you to feed in over here. Currently Tally is not giving you the quantity, it is just pulling the quantity from the order. Now here what you can do the corrections. Okay, no, I have not received 1000 numbers, I have received only 250 numbers. Okay, so 250 numbers I have received. Now this is just an example which I am saying, 250 numbers I am receiving. Here also I will say 250 numbers. And this one also I will say 250 numbers. So now what happens? If my entire chain is like this, 1000 bottles I have ordered, but I have given the raw material of 500 numbers, but out of 500 numbers, only 250 numbers I have received as a finished goods to me. Now, as I was talking about material in the watertight behavior, remember we have activated consumption. Now here you can find Tally will do the auto consumption for you. So whatever the consumption, whatever the material you have received, depend upon that, Tally will automatically consume your raw material. That will see, because in the creation mode, cursor will not go here. Accept the voucher, then do page up. And in page up you can able to see by going in this option whether the raw material is correctly consumed or not. Now see, the raw material is consumed to the extent of 250 numbers only. It is not accepting or consuming the raw material more than what you have received as a finished product. So this is a very good feature in Tally where consumption will happen appropriately depend upon your finished goods received. Now we'll go back to the reports. We'll see what kind of reports can be generated. Display material out. Now I'll say job work registers. In this, if you go in material movement register, there you can find the complete history of your each job work. How it is showing? It is showing me on 4th of April, I have dispatched these two raw materials, 500 numbers each, and to a job worker, and what nature of processing I asked him to do, plus when I received the material, on what date I have received these materials. So it's showing me on 7th of April, I am receiving these finished goods from my job worker. The complete trail is available here. You can go in each of this particular report, which will give you the understanding of what kind of receipt you have done in material in material out, what kind of dispatch you have done for the item, and in job worker out order book, it will show you the order details. Okay, so this is all entire thing. Stock wise also you can go with job worker. What is the stock available with the job worker? Now this is very important because I need to know what is the pending raw material available with my job worker. So from this report you can able to go with job worker. You can see party wise also. Now here it will show you item wise first. Now suppose you want to see party wise. Now in our example I am using only one job worker. But in practical scenario there will be 100 of job worker which is working for me. So I can click on F5 and Tally will show you job worker wise how much raw material is available with whom. Okay, irrespective of what he has done. So consumption will be taken place. Now you can go in job work analysis that issue variance and receipt variance can be captured. Now issue variance and receipt variance will come into place when there is a deviation. For example, rather than, it's not about the less dispatch, it is about the more dispatch. For example, I am ideally supposed to dispatch in 1000 numbers, but because of some reason I have dispatched in 1200 numbers. So in the issue variance, it will show me the 200 numbers over here. So that is called the variance. Okay. Is everybody understood this entire cycle? Hello? Now you can ask me the questions. What kind of questions you have? So ultimately, what we have seen today in the webinar is what are the capabilities available in Tally with respect to job work, and if those capabilities are nothing to be linked with the job worker behavior, because those capabilities can be utilized for anything and everything in Tally. So it's just a capability which is getting utilized for job work process, but those capabilities can be independently used in the system. Okay. So in these capabilities, I'll just recap for everybody's benefit. The first capability which we saw is the go down capabilities, where I can define or I can create the go down which can behave as an external go down for me. Now when I say first option as yes, it is nothing but the external go down which is behaving for me. I can disguise the material in that go down. Though the material is not with me, Tally will consider for the valuation purpose. Similarly, if you activate the second option, it looks like if somebody says material is there with me by using that particular go down behavior. Then we have seen the capability of BOM, where multiple BOM can be generated, and in the BOM itself I can define the SSG and scrap product of my finished goods. Then we saw manufacturing general capability where the byproduct and co-product or scrap can be generated, and then we've seen the document capability where material in and material out is provided, though it is related to job work, but material out and material in can be independently used for other processes also. The only thing what we have to remember is material in and out can capture the party name as well as it can capture the source go down and destination go down. Then the entire cycle of the job work, it goes like this. First, I will generate the job work out document. Then I will generate the material out to send the material to the job worker. And then my job worker will send me the material, finished good material back to me, which I enter through the material in document. So this is what all about the job work. Now you people can ask me the questions. Hello? You can take the questions now. Deepak, Zainab, Rajkumar, whoever is participating in the webinar, if they have any queries, they can ask. In fact, we have 6 attendees. Mr. Jitendra is also there. Pankaj Sharma is also there. Rupali is also there. So, you people, if you have any queries, please raise the concerns. Hello? Zainab, you want to know whether the one more webinar for job work is going to be there? Okay. The Zainab is asking, is there any webinar going to be arranged for this particular job work subject? So you can keep checking the calendars on which we will publishing that the webinars of the topics will be available. If you want to attend the job work webinar again, you can attend it. Deepak is asking what will be the take as a final price of a product. Deepak, whereas the commercials are concerned, you can get in touch with any of our partners who can able to better tell you. But for the MRP, the single user MRP is 13,500 and multi-user MRP is 40,500. Price of the product. Okay, Zainab is asking her senior want to participate. So as I said, the calendar for each month's topic is getting published on our website. So if you want to join or your senior want to join in, ask them to check the calendar or book themselves for the particular calendar. They can attend the webinar. Which part on the process will show us? No? Deepak, I have not understood the. Okay. We are asking in a manufacturing process when we are outsourcing the product and when we intake the final product. Okay. Okay. What happened? When we're defining the final price, okay. See, Deepak, here I understood. You are not asking about the tally price. Sorry. So you are asking about the final product which is getting produced out of job work. See, the costing of the final product will be completely user defined. See, when you are, it's not necessary that whenever you are sending a raw material for a job work, after it is coming back, the same material you want to dispatch. At the manufacturing level, you will also do some packing or anything like that on that. So when doing all that thing, then only you can able to decide what should be the cost of that product. That is the reason. See, I'll show you in Tally. That is the reason what I said when we are creating the order. You remember in the order creation, what I told you, this is a manual field where customer can feed in what is the cost of that particular commodity. See here, the 93.50 paisa is not coming automatic. It's completely user defined. So still what user can do, after going through all this process, this particular bottle is going to cost me 100 rupees. I can do like this also. Okay. And then over and above this, the 100 rupees will be considered as a price of that particular product. Now, over and above, you want to increase this price with the packing and all that thing, you can keep doing it, and then Tally will show you that particular price in your stock summary. Did I answer your query, Deepak? Hello? Did I answer your query? Okay. Now see, for example, if you want me to pass a entry for packing, now say suppose if you go in the stock summary, you will find one more thing here. See, I am receiving this raw material. Okay. Now because I have not modified the entire chain was closed, that's why that 100 rupees is not getting reflected. Because whatever you are passing during the order, the same value will come in your in also. So even in the in also, you can modify the value here. See, for example, it is 93, I can make it 100. Okay. And the same value will come in my stock summary. Now see, my stock summary is showing me as 100 rupees. Now why the 100 rupees not coming? Because manufacturing journal which we have passed earlier, that is also playing a role. So I deleted that. So now my cost of the product becomes 100 rupees, right? Now say suppose I am doing some packing for this particular material. So what I will do, I will consider the payment of that packing, or I will just simply pass a JV to increase the price of this bottle. I think Deepak, you understood, because the JV behavior in Tally is always give you the facility to increase this price. So my JV will be like this. I will pass accounting JV, I'll say F7. I'll say packing cost, or I'll say packing charges, which I need to pay. So I'll say packing charges as indirect expenses, and there I'll say inventory values are affected as yes. And there I will select bottle. I will not put any quantity. I will select this. I will not put any quantity. I will directly put the value. For example, for 250 numbers, so suppose I have paid 250 rupees for packing. Okay. So ultimately what will happen? In credit side or in the to side, I'll say cash or bank. For that, I'll say use cash in journal. So I'm just paying this packing charges as cash, 250 rupees. So the moment we'll pass this particular entry, what Tally will do, in stock summary, 1 rupee will increase for each item. The 250 is getting added. Deepak, you got it, right? Okay, now let me take Zainab's query. I think she was talking something. Let me read out what she's saying. Okay, she's saying also in the job work feature, why is the costing of finished product not automatic, taken by the system? Again, Zainab, when I'm explaining this to Deepak, see, it's not relevant when you automate the pricing, because the pricing will consider by multiple factors involved. For example, there are certain expenses which you want to incur, because see, the ultimate thing is, this is my particular finished good which I am sending for the job work purpose, and what cost I need to consider for that material, it is completely in your hand. It is not always through the system. All costs are put in the system. But having said that, we are still trying to do something like this, which you are asking, can we do the automation? But in automation also, at the most what we can able to do is, whatever you are giving as a BOM detail, and whatever is the cost of that raw material, it will get average and it will show in the system. But still, system can keep giving you the behavior to manually modify it, because that is most easiest way to consider your finished product value. Because being a businessman in the industry, you know that particular finished product is going to cost how much to you by considering all factors, including the processing charges and all that. Okay, that is the reason in the first stage we are not given the automation. Correct. So that is what I'm saying. It's not only about your consumption cost, because if the Tally is going to do the automation of consumption cost, it will give you only the consumption value to it. And moreover, one more thing, what you need to understand is, the finished goods rate is not dependent on only the consumption cost. What about the scrap which you want to receive? Because that scrap is also needs to be reduced from your final product cost, right? Scrap, byproduct, or anything which is for that matter is available. So those value also need to be reduced. So it's very, very unfair to give automation on that particular value, because the value is better to be in the hands of user. He can be deciding on what value should be considered for his finished goods. Am I answering your query here, Jana? Okay. So I think Zainab and Deepak was asking similar kind of queries. Both are having the concerns with respect to price, why it's not coming automatic. So price is not automatic, it is manual. Plus, in Deepak concern was how I can increase the price of the product. So I have shown you the JV, with the help of which any additional cost which you are going to incur to that particular finished good can be allocated to that particular item. Any other queries? If nobody is having any queries, can we conclude this webinar? Mhm. Janab, if you require the training for your people on job work features, as I said, so please keep watch on the calendar which is getting published, and you can communicate to your people that this is the calendar for the next month, and those people can join in that particular webinar. Uh, my name is Abbas. I'll give my name. Okay. Okay, Mr. Deepak, thank you very much. Thank you for joining us on this particular webinar. It's very nice to see your concerns and see your queries, and I'm privileged to answer your concerns, and hope you keep attending such kind of webinars which will increase the product knowledge among yourself. And if you want your team members or your seniors or your people to join in such kind of webinars, please have a look at the calendar which is getting published every month, and you can enroll yourself for that particular thing. Uh, that's all. So that's all from my side. Thank you very much for all the attendees. Thank you very much. Okay, bye bye, Deepak. Do you want the recording? Recording is not started. Sure, no, also you just find whatever it's in. Fine, it's fine. Cool, man. 22. What is the thing? Then Yes. Thank you, Bobby.
Thank you.